Hello folks, Munchkin back with a video about a character that's sort of a mix of the Ultimate Healer and the Super Summoner, two older character builds on this channel. This character is basically Super Summoner, a Loxodon Shepherd Druid, but with the difference of one level in Life Cleric for super juicy party-wide area of effect healing. In a way, this is an update, a variation of that summoning, hit point manipulating, humanoid elephant, elephantine humanoid, yeah, Loxodons confuse me sometimes. I'll leave the links to those two older videos in the description if you are already scrolling down below to check them out. Don't forget to summon a bunch of thumbs ups and heal the subscribe button to the max while you're at it. It really helps these videos slate in the YouTube algorithm combat encounters and find their way into your YouTube front page. If you want that to continue happening, invest 2 or 3 mouse clicks into it, it really goes a long way. So point buy is basically the exact same as for the Super Summoner because it's a very similar character concept to begin with. Invest the most in Constitution for armor class via Loxodon's natural armor AC calculation and maintaining concentration on your summon spells. You also need high wisdom for both druids and clerics spellcasting. You can dump dexterity, strength works a bit better for Loxodon's powerful build trait. Dump charisma as well, you don't need it either, and put the last 2 points in intelligence, unless your DM doesn't care about the whole druids don't wear metal armor herder limitation, in which case you can make strength 15 to be able to wear plate mail. Loxodons are natives of Ravnica's setting, introduced in Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, so if your DM allows Ravnica backgrounds on top, consider Azorius Functionary or Boros Legionnaire. These come with extra spells that get added to your spell lists. Azorius Functionary gives you counterspell, while Boros Legionnaire has a lot of cleric spells which will make your healing and support capabilities even better, especially at a bit higher level. If Ravnica backgrounds are not allowed, Folk Hero and Outlander are solid choices as well, the former for its skill proficiencies and theme, while the latter's Wanderer is easily the most useful party utility feature of all, allowing you to keep everyone well fed out in the middle of the wilderness without any magic. Mechanically, this character is a very potent healbot at lower levels. Starting from character level 3, you can combine Life Cleric's Disciple of Life with Shepherd Druid's Unicorn Spirit Totem for obnoxiously high single target and very potent area of effect healing. This AoE healing is what really sets this character apart, providing the same benefits of spells like Mass Healing Word or even Mass Cure Wounds without burning your higher level spell slots. Goodberry, Healing Word and Cure Wounds will keep everyone above 0 hit points at all times, while you use the tried and tested Spike Growth and Thorn Whip to deal damage. At level 6 you'll be able to prepare Conjure Animals and swarm the battlefield with CR 1/4 beasts because that's the best option this spell offers, and at level 7 all those summons will have more hit points and deal magical damage via Mighty Summoner feature, enabling them to stay alive longer and kill your enemies much faster. Yes, the DM reserves the right to tell you which beasts get summoned, that's the design intent behind the spell. From personal experience playing a Shepherd Druid up to level 10, even 8 cows are super good because if nothing else, those summons will soak up so much damage that otherwise would affect yours or other characters' hit points. Don't forget about the Bear Spirit Totem either, especially if your DM starts fireballing your summons in every combat encounter. Give those squishy Velociraptors some temporary hit points and let them live for a round or two longer. At higher levels you get more minion variety with spells like Conjure Woodland Beings, Giant Insect, Awaken, Conjure Elemental and Conjure Fae, all with significantly more staying power thanks to a 10th level Shepherd Druid feature called Guardian Spirit, which heals their hit points for half your druid level every round as long as they are inside your Spirit Totem aura. To keep all of this magic running, you do need to ensure your odds of passing concentration saving throws are as high as possible. For that, the tried and tested combo of Resilient Constitution and Warcaster feats will serve the purpose, as well as on any other concentration dependent character. Obviously, it wouldn't be a proper Min-Max Munchkin video without some good old damage and healing calculations, right? Assuming you're totally ready to torture your DM and everyone else at the table with 32 Velociraptors summoned with the 9th level Conjure Animals spell, each one attacking twice for 9 damage per round on average, that's 288 damage per round, assuming all of those attacks hit. Obviously, at higher levels, you're dealing with higher armor armor classes, but with 64 attacks, you'll get at least a few critical hits and high rolls, so roughly half of that number, around 144 damage per round, sounds a bit more realistic. Additionally, one high damage AoE will likely wipe them all out, so this is more of a tier 2 strategy. Still, with just 8 of them, at level 6 or 7, you're putting out 72 damage per round on average, assuming everything hits, which is more than enough to kill everything very, very quickly. I've seen this in practice, I've done this myself many times, it's very, very lethal and it just simply works. To my knowledge, most DMs familiar with this spell would most likely not let you choose Velociraptors every time. The DM does have a right to give you 8 CR0 creatures, but frankly speaking, that's a bit of a dick move. A good compromise is for a DM to guarantee you that you will get CR 1/4 beasts every time you cast this spell, but you have zero say in what specific beasts you summon. After all, that's the design intent behind this spell. Other than giant centipedes, which have just 4 hit points, every option is solid when they come in groups of 8. For example, constrictor snakes are awesome for controlling enemies because they restrain them. Giant frogs can do the same, but they are medium sized, so better suited for small, cramped rooms. Wolves and elks can knock creatures prone. Pteranodons and giant owls flyby trait significantly improves their survivability and allows you to deal with flying enemies. Giant badgers attack twice and can chase creatures that burrow beneath the ground. Giant poisonous snakes deal even more damage than velociraptors, but the downside is that poison resistances and immunities are a common trait in a lot of monsters' stat blocks. I'm not even going to bother with the Conjure Woodland Beings summoning 8 pixies who then polymorph the entire party into T-Rexes. The DM is most likely not gonna allow you to do that anyway, so no point wasting your or my time fantasizing about it. On the healing front, heal spell comboed with Disciple of Life and Unicorn Spirit Totem can give a quick shot of 89 to 130 hit points to an ally in need, depending on the slot and character level. Don't forget about the 19 area of effect healing to everyone else inside of the Unicorn Spirit aura, which provides over 200 total healing in a 5-person party at level 20. Even on lower levels, say character level 7, your level 1 Cure Wounds provides a chunky 16.5 healing on average per casting. With Boros Legionnaire background, concentrating on Beacon of Light spell increases this number to 20 for a single target, while everyone else gets healed for 6, so again, in a 5-person party, one level 1 Cure Wounds provides the insane 44 total healing. Of course, summoning and healing spells are not your entire spellcasting arsenal. You get a fair few Druid and Cleric cantrips, allowing you to have a lot of at-will utility and support ready to use at moment's notice. I've already covered most, if not all of those spells in my Super Summoner video. I know, it's almost 2 hours long and you don't have the time or willpower to listen to me rambling on and on until eternity, but what you do have time to do is scroll down below this video and conjure a bunch of clicks on the thumbs up icon and heal the subscribe button until it turns gray. It will certainly help me defeat the YouTube algorithm BBEG and allow my videos to successfully adventure all the way into your YouTube homepage again. So if you fancy watching my videos in the future, you know what to do. Anyhow, if I start talking about all the level 1 to level 9 Druid spells again, this video is gonna be more than 1 hour long, so instead here's a list of spells I'd consider preparing when playing this character. Regarding your ability scores, maximizing your constitution first simultaneously increases your Loxodon natural armor class, while improving odds of maintaining concentration. After that, I'd go for maximum wisdom score, allowing you to prepare more Druid spells, have better spell saving throw DCs, and attack roll modifiers, and higher wisdom skills and saving throw bonuses. At level 1, there's nothing really wrong about starting in Cleric, but I like Druid's starting proficiencies a bit better for this character. Dip into Cleric right away at level 2 and then switch back into Druid and continue leveling accordingly. The level by level breakdown on the screen is most likely not going to apply to you specifically when playing this character because there is going to be some overlap with other spellcasters, or you simply won't need some of these spells. However, this is a good starting point for most people, so use it as an idea springboard more than a specific set of recommendations. No character survives contact with the campaign, no campaign survives contact with the character. That's how it's always been and that's how it will always be. Now, this character's personality and the way you play its role depends on your background choice to a certain extent. For example, if you're a folk hero, you might be known for saving the livelihood of local shepherds by corralling a herd of sheep, cows or horses away from an invasion of orcs or some deadly monster. This earned you good reputation with the common folk and set you on a path of a shepherd druid. Outlander is a bit more generic choice, but it still makes ample sense for a character that likes spending time away from civilization, hanging out with animals and friendly face spirits. Functionally and mechanically, Ravnica backgrounds are better, but they are also a bit more of a stretch in terms of theme and roleplay. As an Azorius functionary, you can loosely flavor this druid in a similar vein like K9 units in real life. You were, or maybe still are, employed by law enforcement and have taken to a bit more adventurous life by training and using animals to keep the peace and order in the troubled areas of the world. And if you choose to be a Boros Legionnaire, there's both historical, real life and also fantasy or science fiction precedent for military relying on trained beasts and their masters both for logistics and combat, so why would your fantasy be any different in that regard, right? As you can see me scrolling through it on the screen, I mashed the Ultimate Healer and Super Summoner word files into a singular one. It likely has way more information than you really need, but I wanted to go into sufficient detail about some things and do my best to clarify potentially confusing or contradicting advice. If you would like to download this file, head on over to my Patreon page linked below at the top of this video's description and pledge into the Magical Secrets tier. It's not mandatory, it's 100% optional. Everything I talk about is basically free in this video and all the other videos. But in these troubled, globally challenging economic times, if you do find the perks worth the trouble, worth your time and worth your money, consider supporting my efforts there. Special shout out to all of my current patrons: Mike, Matthew, Ewing, BardlyManHardlyTrying, Rogor, Kaleron, SuburbanHell, Cory Clausen, Albert, Kwak, Gary Kors, Oldham, Bredwin, C Alcazar, Shawn Bower, your boy Fox, Mannozzi Stefano, Shawn, Adekoya, Jeremy, Sirois, Lunatic Dragon, bittenbi, Darth Xín, Devin Jache, Alex Bell, Harry Howell, Cracked Mask, Alexandre Audet, Nathan, Keelan, Udel 18, Russ Helms, The Undead Owl Goddess, Ted Rogor, B. Jones, Derek Peck, Devon Troeger, Sean Walker, Wesley Shick, Matthew Joyce, Nicholas Joseph, Francisco Martinez, Maligaant Menuk, Jacob Nether, Pixel Junkie, Devin, Robin Smith, Jonah Katz, Aiden Musumesi, Kyler Beverly, Noob God, Techie 3D, Stephen Keyser, John Saylor, BarbandVern IsPosting, James Arendov, Edgewalker, Nathan L, Edwin Lugo, Shady Banks, and Crystal Luna. Thank you for your continued support, all new and old patrons. I'll continue bringing more videos like this one in the following weeks and months. I have a couple of new character ideas I'm close to finishing, so those videos will be on the channel soon as well. With everything said and done, Minox Munchkin out, and talk to you soon.